Hi, I'm Roberto Martinez and you're watching Toffee TV.
Now obviously one of the big talking points as well, something that's come out of this game as well, is whether we should keep Aaron Lennon. Obviously the talk is £6 million for him. Obviously people are throwing in Morales into the mix, whether he might go to Spurs, and that could, you know, be potentially, let's say, I don't know.
Why would Morales go?
Well, I'm saying it. People, this is what people listen. The people.
But I'm just saying that they're going to probably finish about 4 points above us.
Well,
anyway.
Would it matter? Professional football?
No.
Aaron Lennon, would you keep him after his performances so far?
6 million. Without
$6 million.
No brainer for me. No brainer. But just look, for the simple reason that he gives us something that we've not got. Pace, fantastic, but
cool
it's
eyebrows.
Everything else. He's got cracking eyebrows all over. He really, you know, his barber's going wild with that. Aaron, what's that little line that goes from your eyebrow into your head? That's weird, mate. It goes a bit lower.
One for every goal he puts in.
But, well, if he keeps scoring, he can have them. I'll get them. If he gets 20, I'll get them. No, look, his work rate and commitment and everything, I think, is fantastic. I think, I said it a couple of weeks ago, man of the match against Newcastle. He was great to QPR. Done well last week, and I thought he was excellent again against Swansea. I think that working back and doubling up and nicking the ball and everything else. He's come in, he's knuckled down. I think he wants to stay. I think.
Yeah, I definitely
he seems
think he
very, very enthusiastic about the club, tweeting the come on Toffees and all that. I know they all do it, but it's good to see. But £6 million, I'd have no problems whatsoever.
I think you're right. I think he generally wants to sign for Everton. It's very clear. Some people will definitely be out there saying, well, we've seen this before, players come and get loans and do very well, and then...
That Lukaku fella, yeah.
No, we've seen it. Listen, back in your day, Teddy Curran. Teddy Curran was the first.
Whip round, yeah.
He was the first one. Anyone who doesn't know Teddy Curran, he was dead good on loan.
He was amazing on loan.
Not so good when he signed. People will be probably saying that about Gareth Barry as well this season. But there's been plenty.
Yeah, but what you do with a situation like that, we say, oh, you know, we're not going to sign him, and he goes back, and then someone else comes in and he goes and has, you know, a couple of cracking seasons.
At the end of the day, what can you do? He's if he proves himself to the manager and the manager wants him, then the manager's going to sign him. I mean, it's effectively a long-term trial, isn't it?
Of course it is.
You know, that's what it is.
It's brilliant. It's actually brilliant.
He's not wanted by Spurs. That's very, very clear. If he's wanted by Spurs wouldn't let him go on loan to another Premier League team with a view to a transfer. I mean, there you go. It's been said. He's on the side of Goodison.
He's got his own
little banner. He looks miserable on it, but he's got his own banner. I mean, you know, smile.
Well, there's you know, he doesn't take a good photo. His mum's always telling him off. That's what he said.
Well, fair enough, but I think he's doing enough. First few games, I was a bit worried, and I'm still worried when it comes to his end product in terms of crossing. I think his crossing needs a lot. There's a lot to work on. Or instead of crossing the ball, Coleman maybe needs to go past them a little bit more at times. But certainly the job he's doing, and as we've mentioned it previously, is he doesn't always stay out wide. He doesn't always necessarily get chalk on his boots. He comes in a little bit further, and we've seen him score a couple of goals from being inside. I mean, you think about the goal he scored against QPR. It came from the right, which is his side. Yeah, he was in the centre of the pitch. You know, at times he's playing off the forward.
The other day, though, it was a cracking finish. You know, to come off when he took it, hit it into the floor, was a great goal. And the thing about him is, it is that infectious work rate. The reason why he's playing better now is because we're playing with more shape. The first few weeks when he got in, we had no shape. He was playing as a narrow striker, so he was never getting the ball. He was getting the ball with his back to goal. And he's smaller than me. Snow White's still looking for him.
And as Baines has mentioned it this week and said, you know, his work rate sort of putting a few other players to shame, and they all feel like they have to step up when he's playing. And we've mentioned, you know, he what he does is as well, he's pressing from the front. He is putting defenders under pressure straight away.
Stracqualesi-esque.
With better teeth. He is really helping us defend from the front, which makes a massive difference. And listen, whether you think 6 million is a lot of money, or regardless of what that is towards Everton's transfer, you know, kitty, I don't know, and that'll be something we'll have a chat about on another day. But for £6 million, I think he's coming into his peak years, or certainly should be. He's clearly still got a lot of pace. You know, it's still clearly there. And all doom-mongers out there, they'll go, yeah, but if he gets an injury and he loses the pace,
anyone gets an injury.
He's finished, isn't he? Well, that could happen to anyone, but at the end of the day, he's still got that pace, and I think we could get him for a decent fee and bring him into the squad, and he's fitted in straight away, and he hasn't caused any problems or anything else. He's just gone in there and worked hard for him. And you know what? I think if there had been a few issues, he wouldn't have played so many games so far, but he's gone straight in there. And I think for some, the idea of Kevin Morales leaving the club now isn't such a big issue. You know, it doesn't seem to be that much of a problem, whereas before Lennon come in now, I think the idea of losing Morales would have just been like a nightmare for some people. But now I think people look at it and go, well, actually, this lad is more consistent in games.
We're already kind of getting led down that path anyway, aren't we? Morales, you're seeing him for 3 minutes at the end of a game, and Lennon's playing every week. So, look, I think it's quite clear that unless there's a U-turn from our lovable Belgium, he's gonna be off to pastures new. And he's been here a few seasons. Fair play to him. If that's what they want to do, they come for 2 or 3 years and move on. You can't complain at that. I like Kevin Morales. I think he's a cracking footballer, but not always consistent. But if he's to go, then I'm more than happy with Aaron Lennon. No question about it.
Well, my biggest problem with Morales, and I suppose it's always been the problem with Kevin Morales, is he plays, he gets better, he's playing really well, he gets injured. He comes back slow, he starts playing well, he gets injured. And you only actually get about 3 or 4 games at his very peak, and then something happens and he goes out the side, and it's been the cycle all the way through. And he is a player who
he's a match winner on his day.
He is a match winner. He's a very, very, very good player, but the fact that he's not at a top club and he's a very, very good player means he's got limitations that are very clear. And
we can all see that, can't we? If he had Aaron Lennon's application and work rate, then he would be probably at a very, very top club.
Yeah, and so for me, I think it's a no-brainer. I still think Lennon's got a lot he can work on, but what I've seen,
never stop working.
When he was at Spurs, I thought he was just a player drifting nowhere. Before he signed, people did say, actually, you know what, this lad works hard. And you mentioned early on, he's starting to get a little bit better partnership with Coleman now. We're not as reliant as Coleman going forward. He does work back. So he's doing things from that point of view. I still think he's got a few things to learn, but he looks like he's got the hunger back in his game.
Yeah, well, it's a new club, isn't it? New club. He's he's at Tottenham a long time, but don't forget, it'll be the start of what this could be now, and what it is the start of Roberto Martinez, Everton 2.0, if you like, and starting to rebuild and starting to move players around. I'm going to lose quite a few in the summer.
We will do, and we'll do more about this, but this summer is potentially when Roberto Martinez gets the squad. That is
more or less
all
that
is,
he wants,
when
Cleverly comes and plays like that. But we'll do that on another day.
We'll make another day.
What are the people saying? We're saying. What are the people saying?
We asked people on Twitter, hashtag Toffee tweet at Toffee TV, what they thought. Alzo206 says, signing Lennon, no-brainer, brilliant work rate, positive in possession that creates energy in our attacking player. Michael Tayman says, thought 6 million was too much, but I'd buy him now. Also would be smart with the homegrown quota possibly increasing. Mark Van Meel says, him and Cleverly are certain signings and will be good team players, but we also need to bring in individual quality like Delafeu. Manny_EFC says, has to be signed. It makes the team all work a bit harder, limits their fullbacks and grabs a goal. Dallas Ralston, cracking name. Dallas, would love to see him make the move. Parent, he has been class. I think his attitude has kicked some in gear, which a few people there saying the same as what we have.
Leighton Baines.
Yeah, Jamie Armstrong says, signing Aaron Lennon is a no-brainer, gives us energy and pace both going forward and in defence, being brilliant. Jamie Wallace, he said he's got great engine on him, runs non-stop and has the worth ethics in his putting up other players to shame. Any more there?
Adam_Kenwright, Aaron Lennon has the ability to become a great, should be our marquee signing this summer. Adam, you are very positive. I wouldn't say. I hope he's not the marquee player.
No. And we sold the marquee anyway.
It's gone. Went a couple of years ago, so we don't want that back.
Can't really be using that 10 for him, the unveiling.
The 10's gone. Alan Kerwin, depends on the price. Useful squad player for 5 million. And Serenity Nye simply says yes.
Okay, we've got a few more. Mikey Cleve says, would be a fantastic signing, only 6 million for a proven Premier League player who wants to be here, unlike Morales. Where Everton EFC says, the chances of signing Delafeu are highly unlikely, and Januzaj rumours are a load of
rubbish.
Begins with B. Lennon, he's done more in 3 games than the majority of the team has done all season. I'd take him for 6 million. Alex Cog says, think he's become vital, just needs another good winger on the other flag to complement Delafeu, Januzaj. Or we can just put Pienaar in the team.
We need others, don't we?
Mark Echel says, get him signed up, he's a hard worker and got class, which is more can be said for a few of our so-called stars. So a lot of people are picking out the point that he's working harder than other players, he's putting other players to shame, and everyone said sign him. There's been no negativity at all. Everyone's saying sign him. I'm not seeing anyone saying that we shouldn't sign him.
And we know that Roberto Martinez watches Toffee TV, so there you go, Roberto. No further questions. Sign him.
There you go. Happy days.
Done.
Yeah, so definitely sign Aaron Lennon. That seems to be the consensus of both me and Baz and anyone who's tweeted us in. The people. Don't forget, everyone, your opinion at Toffee TV1. Hashtag Toffee tweet. Also leave your comments in the YouTube videos down below, and you know we'll read them out on the videos as well.